market. Experts weigh in on what should be done to address the issue of rising
average prices have risen.
Home ownership. That's because houses have always been priced beyond their reach for years now, and it has been further exacerbated with rising unemployment, income loss, and a weak economy due to the pandemic.
Thousands of brand new empty houses, and yet the prices are not going down. Many average Malaysians can't afford to buy.
Welcome to our exploration of house prices and affordability in Malaysia. Over the last decade, these issues have become more pressing, particularly in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. But what does the housing market look like now, and how affordable are homes for Malaysians?
Between 2010 and 2020, house price in Malaysia saw a dramatic rise of 48%, but the situation is not uniform across the country. While urban centres remain expensive, rural areas offer more affordable options. In fact, in Q2 of 2024, house price rose nationwide by only 0.88%. But when we adjust for inflation, there actually a slight decline of 1.1%. Despite this, cities like Kuala Lumpur, Penang and Johor Bahru continue to see high demand, keeping price up.
Urbanization continues to fuel demand, but suburban and rural areas remain significantly cheaper, with 30% to 50% lower than in the urban hubs. House prices don't rise on their own. Several factors contribute to the overall trend, including rising construction costs, supply shortages, and economic instability. Land costs, construction material costs, and compliance costs have significantly impacted house prices. For instance, in 2022, cement and steel prices surged by up to 25%, making building new homes more expensive.
But that's not the only issue. The demand-supply imbalance, particularly in urban areas, that result in thousands of unsold houses, more than 300,000 homes priced above 500,000 in 2020 alone. While the demand for affordable housing in urban centres continue to grow, construction delay and high costs leave a gap in supply, particularly in low-price segments.
One of the biggest consequences of rising house prices is the growing affordability gap. For many Malaysians, owning a home is becoming increasingly out of reach. According to Bank Negara Malaysia, a house is considered affordable when the monthly mortgage payment doesn't exceed 30% of household income. It means that for household earning 2,000 to 3,999 ringgit, the home is priced at 222,150 ringgit and 247,200 ringgit.
And for higher income household, the threshold is significantly. Those earning RM10,000 to RM40,999 can afford homes priced up to 777,600.
However, the rising cost of living, especially in urban areas, is increasingly putting pressure on middle and low-income groups. The B40 segment struggles, and the M40 group faces rising debt-to-income ratios.
Yes, the Housing Affordability Index, HAI, for B40 segment is alarmingly low, indicate a significant challenge in meeting their housing needs. Post-COVID affordability has slightly improved, with the high moving from 4.7 in 2020 to 4.3 in 2022. The median house price increased from RM295,000 to RM330,000, but the household income rose by 21.7% from RM5,209 to RM6,338 during the same period.
Recognizing these challenges, the government has introduced several policies and initiatives to address housing affordability. To tackle speculation, the loan-to-value LTV ratio has been kept at 70% for third home financing. Additionally, the real property gain tax (RPGT) has been raised to 30% for properties sold within 3 years. Affordable housing programs have also been ramped up. For example, Rumah Mesra Rakyat and Rumah Wilayah Persekutuan projects have been allocated 1.2 billion Malaysian ringgit to fund for thousands of homes for lower income groups. Furthermore, Rent-to-Own or R2O programs has also been expanded, with over 5,000 Prima houses available through a 1 billion Malaysian ringgit fund for Malaysians, allowing them to enter the housing market. COVID-19 shook the housing market with dramatic shifts in both demand and supply.
Government stimulus measurements like loan moratoriums gave households much needed financial relief. But the economy uncertain caused many to delay their home. Consumer confidence took a hit, which initially reduced demand.
At the same time, lockdown caused delays in construction, leading to a reduced supply of new properties, further pushing prices upward. As the country gradually recovered, housing demand rebounded, but new trends began to emerge, particularly in consumer preferences and regional affordability.
The median transaction price for homes increased from RM 300,000 in 2020 to RM 350,000 in 2021, as people sought larger homes with modern amenities, especially in suburban areas where demand grew by 22%. Meanwhile, states like Sarawak, Sabah and Kelantan saw improved affordability, whereas Penang and Kedah struggle with affordability due to slow income growth and rising house price.
Their foods. Biggest challenges, our average income, average initial income, average initial income for fresh graduate is around 2 to 3,000. So in order for you to get a house, especially in very good location, it is quite impossible. Dengan harga rumah tu is quite impossible, at least kecuali you memang beli rumah murah. Kan? Yang kedua, challenges dia ialah types of housing that's offered by the developers. Okay, type of housing. Okay, so if we look at the trend of housing now, trend of developers, they are not interested to offer lower cost of housing. Lower cost ni dia tak minat. Kenapa dia tak minat? Very low in terms of the rates of return. Sebab dia punya costing very high, rate murah, sebab rumah tu perlu dijual murah. Jadi dia tak menguntungkan. Sebab tu rumah murah ni kebanyakannya under government policy lah. Rumah prima, apa lagi? Yang rumah PPRT. Lepas tu apa lagi, kalau dekat KL ada rumah apartment yang di bawah kerajaan tu kan. Yang tu je lah. Kalau kerajaan nak buat, kerajaan boleh tolong melalui cara tu. Looking ahead, where do you see Malaysian housing market in the next 5 years? Saya nampak Malaysian people, they are changing behaviour gradually. Maksudnya secara perlahan-lahan. Orang Malaysia ni dia tak drastik sangat lah. So macam kita katakan tadi, orang dah mula memikirkan tak perlu beli rumah, sewa sahaja, tetapi it is gradually increase. Maksudnya tak adalah sampai tahap macam orang di Eropah ataupun di Amerika yang nampak ketara dia punya perubahan kan. Orang Malaysia, maksudnya masih ada orang Malaysia yang merasakan rumah is really important. They still buy a house even though the price of house is higher and higher. Okay. And kalau tanya tentang housing market, saya boleh katakan we have 4 to 5 major player developer in our country. Masing Mustafa Kamal tu MK Land, okay, MK Land, Masing, dan ada beberapa developer. Dan ada juga kesatuan pemaju perumahan Malaysia, REHDA. So REHDA ni pun kebanyakannya orang dalam REHDA adalah yang daripada saya katakan tadi, syarikat 4 ke 5 giant company tu. So they are the main player. So their decision actually very impactful to the market. So sebab tengok diorang punya size perumahan sangat besar kan. So diorang ni adalah pemain harga. Itu untuk in terms of the supply side. Kalau lihat kepada demand side, macam saya katakan tadi, pengguna Malaysia ni dia lambat berubah, gradually, slow je, gradually saja dia punya behavior tu. Jadi for me, there are some people still need a house. Okay, kalau nak tanya pendapat saya personally, saya katakan di sini ialah if you want people to buy a house affordable, affordable to buy a house, the government intervention is important. Okay, government intervention is important because if we learn from the experience of other countries, for example, let's say South Korea, yang antara kerajaan yang berjaya dalam perumahan kepada rakyat ni, antaranya ialah South Korea, yang kedua adalah Singapura, di mana mereka buat rumah yang lebih mampu milik, yang itu di bawah government. Okay, di bawah government, kerajaan buat rumah yang lebih mampu milik melalui collaboration with the private ataupun government's own house. Maksudnya government own company lah. Government own company, kita sebenarnya government ada own company di bawah Ministry of Finance suatu masa dulu, Suruhanjaya Perumahan Malaysia. Jadi kita tak pasti, saya sendiri pun tak pasti sekarang ni ke mana arah Suruhanjaya Perumahan Malaysia tu, sebab nampak macam selepas kerajaan beralih ni kan, dia nampak macam tak nampak sangat dia punya peranan di situ. Jadi tapi kok mana pun saya memang berpendapat government intervention lah, kan? Penyelesaian kepada yang ni memang government intervention. Okay, how government wants to intervene? By using government budget lah. Okay, by using government budget, by using government tools. So inilah peranan kerajaan pada masa ni lah, peranan kerajaan tu diperlukan. Kalau kita nak pergi kepada capitalizations, capital market, di mana demand and supply will determine price and quantity, masalah tak akan selesai. Okay, masalah affordability to buy a house ni tak akan selesai. Sebab dia akan menyebabkan more and more people cannot buy a house. Okay, dia orang tak boleh belilah langsung rumah satu hari nanti, mungkin